Have you ever felt like you're losing your mind in a relationship but can't pinpoint why? This unsettling feeling might be a sign of gaslighting, a subtle yet destructive form of emotional manipulation that can leave you second-guessing your reality. Gaslighting, named after Patrick Hamilton's 1938 play Gaslight, is a form of psychological abuse where the abuser manipulates the victim into doubting their own sanity. This tactic is often used by covert narcissists who excel at hiding their true nature behind a facade of charm and charisma. In today's society, gaslighting is more prevalent than you might think. It can happen in various settings, from romantic relationships to workplaces, even in friendships. The insidious nature of this manipulation can leave victims feeling confused, isolated, and powerless, often without even realizing they're being manipulated. The constant invalidation and undermining of a person's experiences is a key aspect of gaslighting. It's like a slow drip of doubt seeping into your mind, gradually eroding your self-confidence and sense of reality. This psychological warfare can lead to severe emotional distress and self-doubt, leaving long-lasting effects on a person's mental well-being. But why do people gaslight? The answer is control. By creating a false reality and eroding the victim's sense of self, the gaslighter gains power over them. It's a way for them to maintain dominance in the relationship, making the victim feel dependent and less likely to leave. Recognizing gaslighting can be difficult, especially when it's happening to you. But understanding this manipulative tactic is the first step towards reclaiming your reality and self-worth. So, what does gaslighting look like in real life? Let's dive deeper. Use our time-stamped key moments in the description below. We've broken the video down into chapters so that you can easily follow along or skip to a section that is of interest to you. Gaslighting is a silent killer. It slowly erodes your sense of reality and self-worth. A covert narcissist, the typical gaslighter, employs a variety of manipulative strategies to gain control and power over their victims. Let's delve deeper into the gaslighting process. One of the gaslighter's main tactics is denial. They deny their actions or words, even when there's clear evidence to the contrary. This persistent denial can make the victim question their own memory, perception, or sanity. Imagine someone telling you the sky isn't blue. You know it is, but they insist it's green. With time, you start doubting what you know to be true. Another common strategy is blame shifting. The gaslighter will do something wrong or hurtful, but instead of taking responsibility, they shift the blame onto the victim. They might say, "You're too sensitive," or "You're overreacting." This tactic makes the victim feel like they're the problem, not the abuser. Manipulation is the third key tactic. The gaslighter may twist facts, distort reality, and use your insecurities against you. They may minimize their abusive behavior by saying things like, "I was only joking," or "You're taking it too seriously." This manipulation creates a false reality where the gaslighter is always right and the victim is always wrong. These tactics achieve a common goal. They erode the victim's sense of self, reality, and self-worth. The victim begins to question everything, feeling confused, isolated, and powerless. This is the insidious nature of gaslighting. It's not a one-time event, but a slow, gradual process that can have severe, long-lasting effects on a person's mental well-being. Understanding these tactics is the first step towards breaking free from the gaslighter's grip. And remember, it's not about blaming yourself for falling into this trap. It's about recognizing the red flags, trusting your instincts, and reclaiming your sense of self and reality. Now let's take a look at a real-life example to understand the impact of gaslighting. Meet Sarah, a close friend of mine, who was in a relationship with a covert narcissist. Like many, she found herself drawn in by the charm and charisma of her partner, oblivious to the psychological trap that was being meticulously laid out for her. Sarah was an accomplished woman, brimming with intelligence and creativity. Yet, her partner had a knack for belittling her achievements. He would undermine her successes, subtly twisting praise into criticism until she began to doubt her own abilities. His words, dipped in feigned concern, were woven into intricate webs of deceit, designed to ensnare her in a reality that he controlled. The self-doubt crept in slowly, like a shadow at dusk. Sarah began to question her perceptions, her decisions, her worth. She found herself constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of triggering another barrage of subtly demeaning comments. The world, once vibrant and full of possibilities, seemed to shrink around her. She felt isolated, powerless, adrift in a sea of confusion. Gaslighting, as she would later learn, is not a sudden onslaught, but but a gradual erosion of self. It's an insidious form of psychological warfare that aims to distort one's perception of reality and instill self-doubt. By manipulating her experiences, her partner had slowly chipped away at her sense of self, gaining control over her thoughts, her emotions, her very identity. But Sarah's story doesn't end there. As she navigated through the fog of manipulation, she began to recognize the red flags, the dismissive comments, the blame shifting, the constant need to pacify her partner's inflated ego. These were not signs of a healthy relationship, but telltale signs of gaslighting. Recognizing the abuse was the first step towards breaking free. Sarah began to reclaim her reality, challenging the false narratives that had been fed to her. She sought help, leaned on supportive friends, and began the difficult process of untangling herself from the toxic relationship. The journey to recovery was long and arduous. The scars of gaslighting run deep, and healing takes time. Sarah had to rebuild her self-esteem piece by piece, affirming her worth and her abilities. She had to learn to trust her perceptions again, to believe in her own strength and resilience. Yet, amidst the hardship, Sarah found strength. She emerged from the ordeal with a newfound resolve, a deeper understanding of herself, and an unwavering determination to never let anyone undermine her self-worth again. Sarah's story is a stark reminder of the devastating effects of gaslighting. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a beacon of hope for those who might be trapped in a similar cycle of abuse. It's a call to action for all of us to recognize the signs of gaslighting, to stand up against emotional manipulation, and to support those who are battling their way out of the shadows of psychological abuse. Gaslighting can be hard to detect, but recognizing the red flags is the first step towards breaking free. Understanding and identifying gaslighting can feel like trying to solve a mystery. It's an insidious form of manipulation that's often shrouded in subtlety and cloaked in confusion. But knowing the signs and patterns of gaslighting is key to unveiling the truth and reclaiming your sense of reality. One of the first signs of gaslighting is a persistent sense of self-doubt. If you constantly question your own perceptions or memories, you might be experiencing gaslighting. The manipulator may deny or distort the facts, leaving you to wonder if you're misremembering or misinterpreting the situation. Another sign is feeling confused and crazy. Gaslighters often create a false narrative that makes you doubt your own sanity. They might accuse you of being too sensitive, too emotional, or even mentally unstable. This can lead to feelings of insecurity and a loss of confidence in your own judgment. You may also notice that your relationships are strained or that you're being isolated from friends and family. Gaslighters often use divide-and-conquer tactics, driving a wedge between you and your support network. This can make you more dependent on the gaslighter and less likely to seek outside help. But recognizing these signs is just the beginning. Dealing with gaslighting involves reclaiming your reality and rebuilding your self-worth. Trust your instincts and validate your own experiences. Surround yourself with supportive people who can offer objective perspectives. Seek professional help if needed. And most importantly, remember that it's okay to stand up for yourself and to walk away from toxic relationships. Through awareness and understanding, we can disarm the gaslighter's tactics and regain control over our own lives. We can break free from the cycle of manipulation and rebuild our self-esteem. We can reclaim our reality and reaffirm our worth. Remember, your experiences are valid, and you deserve to be heard. We've covered a lot today, from understanding gaslighting to recognizing its signs. We've learned that gaslighting is a form of emotional manipulation used by covert narcissists to undermine their victims' reality, making them feel confused, isolated, and powerless. These manipulators twist the truth, shift blame, and project their own faults onto their victims, creating a false reality where they hold the power. But remember, recognizing these tactics is the first step towards breaking free from their grip. We've also delved into the heartbreaking story of Sarah, a poignant reminder of the long-term effects of gaslighting. Her experience underscores the importance of awareness and the need to reclaim our sense of self-worth in the face of such manipulation. In the end, it's our awareness and resilience that can shield us from the insidious effects of gaslighting. Feel free to share your experiences and thoughts in the comments. And remember, subscribe for more enlightening psychology-related content. You're not alone in this fight. Like and subscribe to join us on a journey of discovery as we seek to understand the fundamental aspects of human behavior, emotions, cognition, and relationships. Stay curious, and until next time.